Hi, I'm Ron Seaton. Today is the 6th of May 2024. We're about to have our show in Kalamunda this year. It's a different venue and I thought I'd do some videoing of my flowers which will be going in the show in the next few days. It's been a very hot summer this year. Record temperatures above 40 degrees. We had 7 of them this year. We've had no rain since last November, so it's been very tough, but it's like us, we're pretty resilient and the flowers are coming on quite well now. So I'll go through now and show some of the varieties here and name them as I go. So first of all, we're going into the large exhibition. This one's called Cocker Kinzan. It comes from Japan. It's a beautiful gold, section 1. Next to it is Mount Shasta is the white, and the primrose Mount Shasta, the primrose colour in amongst them. It's always a very good one for our shows. Behind that we've got one down here, which is round here. I'll have to get round a bit. This one here is another one from Japan, Cocker Etsuzan, section 1, and this is Cocker Kinzan, which is a section 1. These both are from Japan. We go a bit further down, Nancy Fernio, that was bred in Australia, quite a nice thing, section 1. Another one was bred in Australia here, is called Jane Sharp, and behind that more Japanese bred Cocker Kokoko. No, sorry, I got that one wrong, didn't I? It's Cocker Hairy Butai. They're very tall, very hard to get into them. I go a bit further down. I'll go round. You can see the Cocker Hairy Butai. I'll get about 8 blooms of that. This one round here is called Louisa Pocket, bred in Australia close on 100 years ago. An old variety, and I keep growing them because I like exhibiting in the old pocket class. An old variety from the UK, it's called Symbol. It's still this flame symbol and symbol we've got in Australia, so it's a lovely thing. I just grow it every year, don't know why. This one I released last year. It's called Seatons Cream Puff. It's a cream off-white colour. The ones over the back here, that's called Joanne Seaton. It's section 5. We come into here, there's a group of white ones here. This one is called Seaton's Lily. It was named after one of my dogs which only passed away a few weeks ago, so it's a good memory. We come round here, one I got to try this year, which is an old variety, Shirley Monarch, an English bred one, but it didn't seem to have much size. Behind that is another English one, section 4, Doreen Statham. Over the back, Australian bred Parnahan Splendour. Then in front here, which is blown at Santi, another old pocket variety, which it did very well, but it's just blown itself. It's too hot here in WA for it, but that's called Lady Knox. Over the back we've got more pocket varieties, Coronation Pink, the Sports of Kath McCrab and Joan Spencer, they're all amongst it. That's Joan Spencer down there. This one here is Cocker Cockahoo. It's a white. It's section 1. This one here It's named Margaret Nelson. I bred this one quite a few years ago. Over the back is Bessie Cook, a section 2, which is an old pocket variety. And there's an English large, which is the only one we grow here that's got any chance, is Elizabeth Shoesmith, but it's just coming up to size is just impossible. We come around here, Seatons Classic, and in behind that, we'll just shift that, is Seatons Red Velvet. That's a section 2. I'll just move down here, there's not much room here, some more classics. Over the back is one I named after my mother a few years ago, Elsie Seaton. Coming into the 3s, this one here is one I released last year, and it's called, Seatons Pink Bliss. We'll go further down. This is named after my other dog, Seatons Billy. There's a better flower on the end I'll put in a minute. One coming out just here is Seatons Flirt. And there's another one of Seatons Flirt. Come further down. Seatons Billy. That's a nice flower. An old one, the old Princess Anne. Still like growing it. Another old one I got back this year to give it a try was Apricot Princess Anne. This one I named after my daughter, Rhonda Seaton. So that's all the decks and large ones in this area. I'll go around this other area. These are Ichimongis. Always still like growing them. Fascinating big things from Japan. This one is a spoon I released this year. It's called Seatons Sunshine. We go into the anemones. A new release this year was called Seatons Lemon. It's still the centre coming up on it. Over the back there, Edith Meacham, bred in New Zealand. And that's another New Zealand bred one, Cloverleaf Companion. We come around here, more Edith Meacham. And this one here is Seatons Ruby. Alright, that's been around for a few years. It's won many a prize, Ruby. And I come around here to this group here. When I go around here first, this is called, it's a new release this year. It's called Seatons Ginger. There's a nice one over the back there. This one's called Seatons Purple Queen. This was released this year. Beautiful thing, I got the champion bloom with this last year. It's called Seatons Spectre. There's quite a few very good flowers of it here. The one at the back was released this year, or last year, was Seatons Novelty. It's very early. Around here, this one's called Seatons Companion. It's a lovely red. There's quite a few of these here because it's just such a vigorous grower. It's so good to grow. Down the bottom here, that's called Day's End. It's an old variety. I've kept this for years. I've used it for breeding a lot, but it hasn't got the class of the modern ones. So we'll go along here a bit more. There's another quite a good one here. of Seaton's Companion. That was bred off the yellow one we saw earlier, which is Cloverleaf Companion from New Zealand, so that's why the name. This one here is one I released last year. Got a champion with this too. It's Kelly's Gold Bar. It's a lovely yellow, but it got wet. We got a bit of rain the other day and the wind blew in and they got all dust and dirt over them, so it's mucked it up a bit. Last year's release, Kelly's Love. Last year's release, Kelly's Halo. And this is last year's release as well. It's called Kelly's Neon. I'm always trying to get varieties with coloured stripes and different things, but that's very large flower. This one here has been around for a while, Stokes Freesia. It has a bit of a fault unless you stake it up well, it seems to bend its head. And the other one here is Stokes Imperial. The white one, been around for quite a few years, Dorothy Ann. This one here is Kelly's Comet. This one here I released quite a few years ago, but I've reselected and I've got it into a nice plant now. It's called Kelly's Gown. Now we head over the back here. These are me spiders quills. This one we released last year. It's called Seaton's Moonbeam. This one's called Seaton's Pink Frills. This is Seaton's Silver Lining. Over the back there, Seaton's Honesty. That's a lovely thing. It's quite, as you see, there's quite a few of them over there. Seaton's Lady. Now I've got quite a few Seaton's Galaxy. I've been growing it for years and it's still, you can't fault it. Every year it just comes up perfect. So for the novice person, it's one of the excellent ones to grow. Down here is just coming out, it's a bit tangled up, is Yellow Night. This one here I named after one of my friends. This is called Melissa Carling. Round here, Seaton's Topaz, that did well at the show last year. We'll swing right round now. That one there, Seaton's Pleasure, that's a section 2. And back here we saw this one earlier, it's Joanne Seaton. We come right round. Champagne Beauty. And then the white one there is Seaton's Dorothy. Those couple there are Louisa Pocket. This one here is Seaton's Lily Bell. And you see the hairy boutai, cocker hairy boutai at the back. This one, I got new stock back from this and been reselecting it as Snowball. Used to win everything going back 30 years ago, so still not a bad thing. Cocker Shozan, another bred in Japan. And come back down here, that's the other side of Cocker Kinzan. And then over here is Cocker Et Suzanne. Back to Mount Shastas and Primrose Mount Shastas. So that's just a bit of what the flowers are going to be looking like when they come out. There's some lovely blooms in there, but some of them are getting a little bit late. Going over the hill, but it's like anything with showing, it's having it right on the day. So I'll just back out of here and just show down the side. That's where we just come from. Right at the back you'll see the spiders and all the anemones. Anemones are one of my favourites, the anemones and the singles, I love growing them. And then into the large, over to the decks. So that's about it. So I'll close off now and see what happens. Okay, bye.